Hey everybody, I'm Szczepanek. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first episode of a new vlog that I'm calling Beyond the Notes. This is going to be an inside peek into my music, my process, my inspiration, and probably more stuff than that even. I'm planning to release one of these short videos for every new music release that comes out on YouTube. And there might be even some extra times when we take some deep dives into some older stuff or look behind the scenes here and there. So be sure and like and subscribe, please, and hit that notification bell if you like what you see on this channel so that you can find out when more new content gets uploaded and you can be one of the first people to see it. So let's jump right in. This past week, I released a new arrangement of a piece of music that was originally from the 1986 movie The Mission. The music was originally by Ennio Morricone. My arrangement is of two pieces from the movie, The Falls and Gabriel's Oboe. And I was actually introduced to these pieces by a friend, I'm sad to say not that long ago, only back in 2016. He handed me a CD. People still know what these things are. A CD of music of Yo-Yo Ma playing music by Ennio Morricone. And man, it was such a good album. I mean, who doesn't like the way Yo-Yo Ma plays, right? And I mean, today I kind of kick myself that I didn't know what any of this music was. It was a super influential CD in my life, and it was inspirational for me. In fact, it was those two pieces, and the CD as a whole too, but those two pieces were some of the big motivators for me to write and arrange and record my 2017 album, Keys to the Cinema. Despite these pieces not being on the album at all, it was a big inspiration in getting that music out there. So it's really meaningful for me today to get to go back to some of that original inspiration and share my take with it with all of you. I wrote all of this music by ear, just listening to the original recordings. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I listened to Yo-Yo Ma, and I also listened to the original soundtrack. And I listened to also a violinist named Renaud Capuçon. He came out with an arrangement of this just a couple years ago. I listened to those three mainly. You'll notice no pianists in the mix there. In fact, something that I really love doing anytime I'm going to write an arrangement of something is I make sure that I actually don't listen to what other pianists have put out. I don't want to know what other people have done with it on the piano. I don't want to get caught up maybe in the style that they've treated the piece with, or something idiomatic that they've done, or just something that maybe fits their hand. I don't want to get that in my ear and then kind of lose my own taste, lose my own take on it. So I make a huge deal about not listening to other pianists when I arrange orchestral music. So instead, I usually never find out what other people have arranged until after mine has come out. And then I feel like I can go explore, and it's kind of a cool thing, but never earlier. So that's kind of a cool insight for all of you. So just about any time you hear these pieces, Gabriel's oboe is always played first. And that's probably because just how famous the pieces become. So when the two pieces are put together, sometimes they're listed separately, sometimes they're not, but you still hear them together, the Gabriel's Oboe and the Falls. So when Yo-Yo Ma plays Gabriel's Oboe, it's first on the album. When Renaud Capuçon plays it, it's first, and then the Falls isn't listed, but it's kind of a part of the track. It's kind of mixed in there. But I have not done that. I have played the Falls first, and then I go into Gabriel's Oboe second, like about a minute or so into the arrangement. And there's a very good reason, I think, a very good reason for that. And that's that the original soundtrack, you hear the music to the Falls first, and then you hear the music to Gabriel's Oboe second. And I thought, well, it's really important. If you're following the chronology of the movie and of the soundtrack, there probably is a reason that the Falls came first, Gabriel's Oboe came second. And so I've kept that in here. And also kind of a cool thing, it's not really a medley. What I've done isn't really a medley in a sense where you go from one piece to the next piece. Really, the themes from both the Falls and from Gabriel's Oboe are intertwined throughout. So especially after the Falls is kind of finished being introduced and you really hear the melody, the famous melody of Gabriel's Oboe, you still hear bits of the Falls come back and weave themselves around it. And I think that's pretty cool. So, hey, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope these little tidbits give you some extra insight into stuff I've written. Get active in the comments. Let me know if you found this interesting, if you want to hear different kinds of stuff, if there's a piece that I've already done that you want to kind of get a behind the scenes take on that's not so technical, especially if you're not listening to like my in-depth tutorials and stuff. Yeah, this series is really going to be about just some stories and kind of behind my thoughts about things. So let me know what you think. Be sure, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, until next time when we go Beyond the Notes.